church fam, it's Zoe here, and for the devotional today, I want to bring this phrase, all is for God's glory. This phrase has been on my heart for a couple months now, and we hear it in 1 Corinthians, right? So whatever you eat or drink, whatever you do, do it all to the glory of God. So that is our heart and our prayer. God, let every word I say glorify you. Let me be a good ambassador of Christ. Let my actions, behaviors, reactions, and all that I do glorify you. But then that would also be a point of weakness for me, where the enemy could come in and speak lies, is that when I would get so frustrated when I felt like I couldn't give God my best because I was tired or burnt out, or that I kept messing up, kept falling short of the glory of God, right? And wandering off. So what's the point in trying again? But what the Lord's been teaching me is that when he says all is for my glory, that means every part is for his glory. Because in 2 Corinthians, he says, my power is made perfect in weakness. So when we offer our weaknesses, when we offer our shortcomings, when we offer the stress and the anxiety and the fear of whatever we got going on, that brings him glory, because of the character and the nature of God. So during this fast, specifically, the Lord has been showing me what submission looks like to him in a new perspective and in a new way. When I think of submitting yourself to God, it's this feeling of putting down your selfish desires and letting God have the final say, which is true because God is a good and loving God. He has good plans for us. His ways are higher than ours and his thoughts are higher than ours. But the Lord has been showing me submission isn't just letting him have control, but it's also allowing him to bring me relief, rest, and sanctuary. So yes, his thoughts are higher than ours and his ways are higher than ours. And Dane Ortlund puts this in his book, Gentle and Lowly. It says, because although his ways are higher than our ways, the way in which his thoughts are higher than ours is that we do not realize just how low he delights to come. He desires all of us, not just putting our all into what we do, but all of our emotions, our feelings, and desires. He desires them all. Again, from this book, Gentle and Lowly. This is a great book, by the way, you guys. You should read it. It says this. I'm just going to read a small part of this. God isn't like you. Even the most intense of human love is but the faintest echo of heaven's cascading abundance. His heartful thoughts towards you outstrip what you can conceive. He intends to restore you into the radiant resplendence for which you were created. His power runs so deep that he is able to redeem the very worst parts of our past into the most radiant parts of our future. But we need to take those dark miseries to him. That every aspect of our walk with God brings God glory when we submit it to him, because that's where his power is made perfect. So I'm going to close with this passage I wrote in one of my journals. You've been teaching me a lot about submission. It's never been about control, but instead it's about relief. So God, my submission to you is with pure joy and honor. To be fully dependent on you is the safest place I could ever be, because that's where his power is made perfect. So God, you can have all of my weakness, every iniquity, every part, every shortcoming. All of this is for you because I want it to bring you glory, God. I want your power to be made perfect in my weakness, right? So allow him into the mess, allow him into the weakness, allow him into the failure, because that brings God glory. And now when we find ourselves in those places where we feel like that, we can say full of hope, still God, even this is yours. You want it and you desire it. How good is that? How good is God? That he desires even our weakness. He desires every part. All is for his glory. Thanks.